Maybe you're brand new watching this video and you're wondering what it looks like to start a Christmas light business. Why would I recommend anybody start a Christmas light business? Why do I think starting a Christmas light business is one of the best things to start? 2 years ago, I knew nothing about Christmas lights. I barely hung any Christmas lights at my own house, and I found myself starting this business just off of a whim. And I was looking for a business to start, and the Christmas light business seemed like the perfect thing because I would be able to do it for a small season, just a few months. And if I didn't like it, I could quit. I could just say, hey, this is not for me. And I ended up falling in love. And I think it's one of the greatest businesses for beginners looking to be entrepreneurs to start. And I'm going to cover a few reasons. Like I was saying, the main thing is it's only a small part of the season. I told myself when I started the business that I'm gonna hit it real hard and learn everything that I could. I was reading Alex Hermosi's books. I was feeling excited, but I had nowhere to channel this excitement to. And when I started the Christmas light business, I was able to fuel all my energy to channel all my energy that I was reading out of these books and to apply the steps that I was learning into this business. And so I learned so much doing this Christmas light business. And it's something I've been doing for the last few years now. And I've been growing and getting more clients. I've learned every year, I learn something new. And I'm finally getting to a point where I'm not running crazy, ragged, just trying to make ends meet. And so this year, I'm super excited for this year because I'm actually bringing on somebody to help me eventually get more jobs. And so I just want to cover a few things of why the Christmas light business was a big thing for me. So this is how it all started. This is how the whole Christmas light thing started. I was actually fishing with a buddy, and we're in his little John boat, and we're going out, and it was really rough waves, and we're in this little thing. Barely know that I'm gonna make it back. And I remember that day vividly, just because the water was splashing and hitting. But once it calmed down and we finally got to our fishing spot, my buddy asked me, he's like, "Hey Josh, would you be interested in taking over my dad's business?" He mentioned that his dad was getting ready to sell and get rid of his business, his Christmas light business. And my friend had helped him for many years do it before, install the Christmas lights. And they did custom Christmas lights. They built wood carvings for different people and would install them every year. And the dad was just done with it. He was ready to hang it up and tired of doing it. It was kind of something he did with his son, just exciting. And so my friend Nathan was telling me this, that his dad was ready to sell. And my brain was going crazy. I was super excited because I love business, different ideas. And here's a business that already has all the foundation laid out. All I got to do is first year, do the jobs that they had them, take it over, and then keep on doing it. And then I just was having all these thoughts. I remember coming home that night and just running through that idea. I was super excited of finally owning a business, something that I could call mine, something that I could have an idea and implement it and watch it grow or watch it fail, work on it, rebuild it. The excitement of being a business owner. It's only a certain amount of the months of the year. So it's not a full commitment of, let's say I get burnt out after 3 months. I'm just exhausted and still have to show up for customers. No, I just get to do it for the 3 months. And then I'm able to enjoy my time with my family, my friends, and different things, especially when the holidays come around with the Christmas lights. Once you're down to Christmas, you can relax and do things if you set certain things up. So I want to be able to just tell you my story. So going from there, what ended up happening is I took too long to make a decision. A little bit nervous. I didn't know how to find out the money. To be honest, being kind of close with him, he probably would have cut out a nice deal or worked something out with me. But I had no clue how any of that operated or functioned. I took too long. And the next time I asked him, he said he already sold it and got rid of it. And so that left me a little bit upset because I had already looked into so much information about the Christmas lights. I was doing research, figuring out what people do, how much money you could be making. And I came across a few channels that talked about you can make serious money, especially going into these certain rich homes. You can make serious money doing Christmas lights. And with these certain little tips and tricks that I was gathering, I felt like I would be able to do that. And so it became something that I was super excited about. And even though the other venture with the dad fell through, I still took it upon myself that I wanted to challenge myself to go out and still do Christmas lights. And so I actually remember I ended up creating a few different things. I created some videos. I created videos online of Christmas lights, doing some photo editing and creating just kind of generic ads. And I ended up creating a Google ad. And this is the key. I created a Google ad and it was horrible. There's nothing to it. It was like, hey, we'll hang Christmas lights. And I was able to figure out how to get it around the Lake Charles area. And I'm going about my daily life, working. And I think one evening I receive a phone call and I answer and I'm like, hello? And it's a lady and she's asking, do you hang Christmas lights? And instantly my mind just starts flipping out. Actually, I have the video. Holy crap. I just got my first call for Christmas lights. And I'm super excited. I answered the phone. I was like, hello, who is this? Well, no, they pretty much asked me that. And they asked me if I installed Christmas lights. So I said, yeah. But man, my brain was going blank. So all I said was, hey, what's your address? I'll look it up on Google and give you a quote. But at least I got her name, Amber. Man, like, there's so many other questions I should have asked. I should have been like, do you have your own Christmas lights at least? Where would you like the lights hung? On the ridge line? There's just so many things I could have asked and made it better, but I'm pretty excited about this. I talked to her and man, I'm so excited doing this. Like, I actually put out there, worked, and I get in a phone call and I just remember the excitement from actually getting this. So I scramble, I run down to the hardware store, grab Christmas lights. I didn't have time to prepare much. And so that first year I ended up doing the ladies' Christmas lights and they came out good. And over the years, I would learn different things to make the houses come out fabulous. I have customers raving about neighbors and different people stopping by their houses to check out their houses during the holiday. A whole line, or just the wife or the mom is super excited, the grandma just ecstatic about how the house turned out, how it feels all warm and glowy for the holidays. And so I've learned so much during this time. Every year, like I said, I learn different things. I'm able to learn. Back to the whole business thing. If you love business and you're looking to get into something, I'm telling you, Christmas light business is the best thing to get into. You're able to practice all these things that you learned about if you're young, especially like me. I'm 24. When I started this, I was 21, 22. And I was reading these books and listening to podcasts and videos, and I had nowhere to necessarily channel that to. No other opportunity or vehicle came even close to the Christmas light business. I was able to work on sales and different things, the pitch, my tonality, my voice. You should have seen the way I talked before. And you might be looking at me and saying, man, there's not much there with my communication. And you're right, I'm learning every single day. But before was hectic. It was horrible. I was dry. I had no enthusiasm. I was like, you want to hang Christmas lights? Basic, nothing at all. And I've learned so much how to drive home. And once I get in the flow of different things, the flow is what is insane and amazing. But once it hits, once you practice different things over and over and over and over, and it just becomes almost like instinct. You know what to do. You know when to bring the customer in and make them feel heard and listened to, and that you will deliver on the product that you agreed to do, that you will take better care of their home than they can. There's so many different things with the Christmas light business. I really urge everybody that has wanted to start a business to at least look into starting a Christmas light business. Forewarning here, it's not the easiest thing. Like, it's not easy. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be hard. There's certain things that are going to drive you crazy. Certain customers might drive you up the wall, and you got to learn how to deal with that. As customers might try to ask for you bringing your price down, and that's where I want to come in and help you. I've already dealt a few years of dealing with this stuff, and I want to help you get your first few jobs. And some of the tips and tricks and the hurdles that I went through, I want to be able to share those. That way, you can maybe, if you're smart enough, avoid those and understand the stories that impact me. So, for instance, there at the beginning, I was charging way too little. So once you start getting in the Christmas light business, you start figuring out that everything is most people do things by square foot or just by linear foot. How much linear foot of lights do you want around your house? And so I originally started doing a little bit of that, and also was trying to account for a little bit of the labor, sit down and figure out, write up quotes and do the labor and add that all into a price. And I was so nervous there at the beginning to give a price that, like, for me, $200-300 is a lot of money. I don't understand how somebody can spend. At that point, I couldn't imagine somebody spending $150-300 on their house. And later on, as I'm still breaking chains, still breaking through different mindsets. Last year, I had somebody pay me over $1,000 for a house. Insane. Okay. Some of those things, some of the quotes that I've been giving out is $5,000. Insane. So I want to be able to share if you come along with this journey with me. And I want to just interact with the community. I want to listen to what y'all have. Maybe y'all have already started one, and maybe y'all can help me out with certain things, and we can talk about certain things. But I want to get into some of the deeper tactics that is involved in this Christmas light business. I want to be able to help you be successful, give feedback. I just want to be all involved in Christmas lights. That way we can build a community and help each other out and light up the season. So this is my first video. Just shoot some comments if y'all got any questions. I'll be gladly to reach out and give my advice, and be looking forward to the next video of me showing actually how to end up getting the first job. So thank you.